How cutter of you.
Desperate standard.
I would look through your weapons. You might get a very fine hand weapon. You could have.
Oh, I do. I didn't try. I didn't look at it though. Damn it! I forgot loadout. I should have looked.
You should have used a very fine hand weapon and just cut her hand off and took it.
Yeah, I do have a very fine hand weapon. I could have used. Didn't even think.
All right,
about
but
the
you got 2
loadout.
4s.
That's good.
Not bad.
You got 2 4s. Consequence is going to be. Let's do a second level 2 harm, and let's call it Ghost Burn.
Ghost burn. Okay.
Yep. So as you pull this jar out of it, some of this demon spills out. Doesn't possess you, but just scorches your arm. So on for each of you on your character sheets, level 2, let's put sprain. Let's put broken legs for all 3.
Broken legs?
No, you
Both
guys did
legs,
the rope.
bro.
No,
We did the
I
rope.
think
We
that
did the
you
rope.
had the rope. You had the rope.
What would happen
yeah.
if we didn't have the
Only,
rope?
the only level 2 harm. The only level 2 harm is going to happen to Steph, and that's going to be the Ghost Burn.
Math twisted ankles, sure. Broken legs? You had a rope.
We got a rope with broken legs.
I forgot about the rope, Eric.
If you don't, you're paralyzed.
I'm
for
spinning
worse
plates
now.
over here,
Worst
Eric. I'm
ever.
spinning plates.
Yeah, no rope. You're paralyzed from the eyeballs down.
Craig,
Other than that,
Craig
you're
runs
fine.
a tough game.
Just
Jesus
this.
That's
the
all
rest
you
of your
can do.
life.
Look around. That's
You guys
it.
are
That's all
back
you
in
got.
Coleridge. You guys are walking along the streets. You guys didn't check for traps, so immediately spikes come up. I'm kidding.
Well, I don't know.
I-
we
Turn
landed in
over
trap
and
land.
I look at my ghost buddy and I go, that fucking was disgusting.
Yes, it was, but we're safe.
It worked.
Er.
It did work. It did work.
Safe.
All right.
And
So
we're
the
richer.
camera fades from black, and we finish the first score of the Sables.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations. Let's quickly do some downtime. So the
This is my
second
favorite
phase,
part of the game.
second phase of all of this is what happens between scores. So the first thing we need to do, if you don't mind, Eric, pulling up the sheet for the group. Everybody could open it, but I'm going to put you in charge of the XP.
Yep. Who are we starting with? I'll pull out their.
No, I want to start with the Sables. So let's do the crew.
Oh,
XP
we're doing the
first.
Sable sheet? All right, let me pull up the Sable sheet. Sables. That is the assassin sheet, correct?
Yep.
Done. Got it.
All right. So for XP, the first thing is, did you execute a successful accident, disappearance, murder, or ransom operation?
well, I
We
mean,
murdered somebody.
we definitely killed.
Yeah,
some
you
people.
definitely did. So that's 1 XP for the crew. So that's going to
Okay.
go on to the crew sheet.
I think we
Alright.
may have
Next.
accidentally killed.
Done?
We actually killed other people on the side. I don't know if that matters, but other people are dead too. Does
There's
that help?
lots of dead.
Dude, that was the game plan. Mass murder.
So next
those
one
people.
is, did you contend with a challenge above your current station or tier? The answer is yes. So
There
that's-
was a demon.
yeah, that's a
Yeah,
sec-
I don't.
that's a second XP.
Everything from the first shaker I had of whatever mixed drink I poured, everything past that was above
Was this
my
a
station.
shit show?
Everything past the shucka. Fuck.
So the next one is, did you bolster the crew's reputation? Now, you guys, nobody saw or knows that the Sables were involved in this assassination of Ironborn, but I think Bass knows exactly what he's done, which is he has found assassins that do exactly what he told him to do, what he
Mhm.
told them to do. So that's going to be a third XP. The crew is known as cruel. So when we look at express the goals, drives, and inner conflict or essential nature of the crew, I think ripping the head off of your target, tearing the willing to kill your rival in order to get that back from her. That's it. So that's gonna be 4 XP total for this score, which is fantastic.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Is it
that's us.
cruel or is it a
Cool.
calling card? I think it's more of a calling
I like
card.
that too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of like the Joker card, from I mean, it's like I just
Yep,
didn't have an ace of spades to throw down, so I just tore a
Mhm.
guy's head off.
Ace
Exactly.
of spades. Yeah, ace of spades.
All right.
You don't have to
let's-
be in character anymore.
Oh,
Oh, thank God.
Louis,
Not
no,
till we
that's
get to your
actually
vices,
Sean.
man.
All right, Brett, let's go look at your cutter. Let's open up your sheet and look
Yeah.
at your XP. So the first thing that's a trigger for your XP is, did you address a challenge with coercion or violence?
Yes.
From start
I was
to
a little,
finish.
I was mildly violent from the day I woke from the time I
So-
woke up till I went to bed.
The question I have,
punched in
is-
angry, exited murdering.
I know the one time with Ironborn, could we argue for more than one time where you
Yeah,
did
The
coercion
dude
and
I
violence?
cracked. The dude I cracked upside the head to knock him
Well, he
out. so
knocked it.
we could
Yeah,
get
he
his
knocked the
clothes.
guy out.
All right.
Yeah,
So here's the
one of
way,
his
Brad,
clothes.
here's the way XP works. You'll see you have, if you go to your abilities, which is next to
Mhm.
loadout,
I
you
see
see
it.
how you have an XP track there?
Oh yes.
Also, over insight, prowess, and resolve, you also have XP lines. So you're going to get 2 XP and you can put them anywhere. If you want to work on getting more dots in insight, prowess, or resolve, you're going to want to add XP there. If you want to look to get more special abilities, you'll want to do it for your playbook. So where are you going to put your 2 XP?
So the one thing that I need to work, I had nothing for prowl, and that turned out to be pretty fucking handy for the way we executed this. I could totally
Yeah.
see that happening again. So that's where I'm gunning for here. So what do I do
So
mechanically?
just put right of prowess, just put two in those little tracks. Yep, 1 and
it.
2. Perfect.
Perfect.
All right, so next, did you make any desperate action rolls?
I think 4 or 10. I lost track. I made a few. I definitely did.
I'm
The
trying
last
to
one.
think. I know the
last
last
one
one
was
was definitely
three.
desperate.
Brett and I both had 3 desperate action rolls.
3
Or
total.
no, I had 3. He had 2. He had 2.
I had two.
All right, so you had it in skirmish. You had 1, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
So that's another one for prowess. So go ahead and add that XP because you took a desperate skirmish. What
Yep.
was the other 2?
The other one, I think.
Was it when he elbowed the guy desperate, or is that just risky?
That was,
That was
risky.
risky. I think
I thought
it was the
desperate action.
wreck. It was wreck when I went for to tear the head. That was desperate.
Oh, yeah.
right,
Killing
do another-
killing your rival.
That'll be another one. You can put that in prowess. All right. Did you at any point express your beliefs, drives, or heritage or background? So your heritage is Akaros. I don't know if we expressed anything that was truly Akarosi. Your
No.
background in labor, did that come into play at all?
What do you mean? He was a server.
Yeah, the only thing that's what I'm leaning into is the whole thing was leaning into the labor aspect of it. Is that hey, I'm bartender, moving drinks, serving this, doing that. He had the reason I was able to blend in is because hey, it's what I do, man.
All right, where do you want to put that XP?
I actually want to put that into resolve. I think that came in pretty handy.
All right, let's go add 1
Throw
to
that sucker
resolve.
there.
All right, so your vice is gambling. So did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas? You have no traumas. I don't think
No,
so. So
there was
you
no
ended up
gambling
with
opportunity here.
5 XP. Well done, sir.
Not bad.
People's lives. Does that count?
Yeah, I was gambling with other people's lives, mostly my friends. Does that help?
All right, Sean,
I
let's open up Finn's sheet.
Yeah.
I gave the weird occult dagger to my friend and told him to stab somebody. Does that count as gambling with his life?
All right, so did you address a challenge with stealth or evasion?
Yes.
All right,
Goddamn right he
where do
did.
you want to put that XP?
All
You wanna
over
put
the
it-
place.
You want to put it in abilities?
All over me. That's where I want to put it.
Oh, good lord. Check your browser history.
Just gonna roll around in it for a while. It's
Oh my
gross.
god. Okay, okay, let's keep
making
going.
smell
Don't
like
help, Brett. Don't
XP.
help, Brett. I got this.
So I have the option of putting it into insight, prowess, and resolve. Is that the deal?
Or if you go over to abilities, you could also put it towards a playbook, which gives you more special abilities if you fill that up.
Ooh. I'll put it in prowess.
All right, let's go ahead and add it to prowess. Now, did you make any desperate action rolls?
I don't believe so. No.
I thought the stabbing was desperate.
Well, I was desperate, but I don't know if it was actually mechanically desperate. So
All right.
I'm
Did
looking
you
I
at
don't
express
know.
your belie-
Actually, I don't remember, Craig.
It
I don't
was.
think
Was it?
It was desperate action. Yep.
So and that we
Hey,
what did we use for that?
Play the tape back. Play it back.
Play the tape. Play the
Play-
tape. We got it.
Roll it back.
I did. It was
Alright.
mental tape.
That was a group prowl, so that's gonna be another one in prowess for you.
All right.
And then, did you express your beliefs, drives, or heritage or background?
Yeah.
What are they?
What's your bet?
So he's
Yeah,
a
what are they?
Ruvian,
Oh, okay.
and Underworld is his background. I don't know if that ever really came into play.
No, I don't think so.
And your vice is pleasure. I don't think that came into play. So we've got 2 XP for my lurk.
Well, I don't know. Does he like to kill people?
Probably.
Yeah,
We are
I mean,
assassins.
how do you? So you're. Let me look at your notes here.
You just mark that stuff, and from now on, your pleasure is only murdering other people.
Is violence your pleasure? Just seeing violence? Is that how you relieve stress?
Sure.
We are assassins
Sure.
for fuck's
Yeah,
sake.
I mean, yeah, of course.
All right, where do you
Why
want to
not?
put that
Like
X?
this? Who
Where do you
talks
wanna
like
put
this
that
and
XP?
Doesn't like get weird on violence.
Where do you want to put that XP?
I'm gonna do insight. I think.
Great. All right, last but not
Okay.
least. Let's talk to my whisper.
Hello.
Your vice. Does he have? What's your vice?
Mine? Oh.
Yeah, Sean. No, Sean. Just
Pleasure.
looking at the lurk. Pleasure. Okay. We just. all right,
Wait,
never mind.
wait until we get into vices. Just
All right.
wait.
So Vaughn, did you definitely address a challenge with arcane power, and you did it more than once?
I would think that I've definitely hit it a few times.
Yeah. So I'm thinking 3.
1, 2, 3.
Does that sound about
Yeah,
right?
but you can only get up to 2, right?
Is
It's
that
2
the
per category. Yep.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So we'll
Yeah,
cap
it
it
was,
at 2.
it was 3. It was like 4 times actually.
I'm putting in a resolve because I want my attune higher.
Got it. All right. So where did we? So you got 2 for prowess. So you're gonna get rid of those.
Well, no.
So you only get 2 XP total for this first category.
I'm gonna put them because you can pick where they go, correct?
Correct.
Unless they're a desperate action. No, I'm gonna put them into resolve to get a tune. Because I had 2 desperate actions as well, and those were under prowess was the one, and the other one was under resolve.
All right. So
So I
let's
already
add
got
1
2
yep.
there.
So you'll have that. You'll end up with 3 in resolve and 1 in prowess.
You got it.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Well, I think Tykerosi was talked about more than once.
Yeah, I
Yep.
agree. So let's
Weird
go ahead and
lipless
add a
bastard.
XP for that.
Yep.
And your vice is stupor. I don't know if that came into play.
I didn't get to eat any spirits.
Okay.
I was working on it. It didn't happen. Instead, I drowned one, and I don't think that counts.
All right.
No.
So let's bring up the group sheet. Let's talk about heat real quick.
Oh boy.
So this is the amount of heat that the crew has on them right now. I think this is without question loud and chaotic.
Whoa. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
No, we were.
Let's go ahead.
professionals.
Let's go ahead and add 4 heat to the crew.
Well
Ah,
organized. Well
Jesus.
organized. It's not our fault other people got weird.
That's okay. We got 9 coin out of it. We can pay to get rid of that shit.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So did you mark that for me, Eric?
I already did.
Okay, great. So the next thing we have to do is entanglement. So at the end of every score, nothing ever goes exactly as planned. So if you look at entanglements, you guys are at heat 4 right now. We're going to roll a d6 and let's see what the entanglement is as a result. You want to roll that, Eric?
I think Brett should roll it.
Brett, roll me
yeah.
a d6.
Got it.
There's no way this goes poorly.
No. it'll be
6.
fine.
Look at that guy's a natural.
Totally fine.
All right.
Oh.
You end up with show of force. A faction with whom you have a negative status, and that's going to be the Hive, makes a play against your holdings. Give them either 1 claim or go to war. If you have no claims, lose 1 hold instead. So this is tough. This is tough because you guys are tier 0.
These are terms of language I don't understand. So
Yeah, I'm working through it. I'll tell it to you narratively in a second.
Cool.
Consider this part's kind of like the it's all the stuff that you don't want to be seen on screen. It's like all the downtime, and it becomes almost like a little bit of a board game element for everything. It's awesome.
Yeah, this is not going to work. So I'm actually going to downgrade it to the reprisals or unquieted debt. So we're going to do the reprisal. An enemy faction that the Hive makes a move against you. You can
I
pay
think
them
it's the
1.
person he murdered.
Yep, pay 1 rep or 1 coin per tier of the enemy as an apology. So do you guys want to pay 2 rep or 2 coin to tell the Hive to get off your ass?
This is why we got 9 coin, was to take care of shit like this.
Well, do we have rep? It'd be my question.
Let's go. Yeah, we didn't do the rep. So let's do the rep real quick.
Or did we start with any? Because if we didn't start with any, we have to use coin,
yeah.
which I'm fine with.
My assumption was we had none, and now we hopefully get some. And holy fuck, I got 9 coin. I can make shit like this go away.
This score ended
Yeah.
up earning you 3 rep total.
Oh, perfect. I think we just use coin for this, though. I agree, Brett. Buy it off. Pay it off.
All right.
Can always
Done.
do more
So you get-
jobs.
So you guys are down to 8 coin, right?
Yep. Which
All
we
right,
have to talk
beautiful.
about
That
room
takes
for
care
that
of the
later.
entanglement. All right, payoff. We already said it, and it'd be 9 coin
Mm-hmm.
down to 8 coin.
Mm-hmm.
Now go to the lower left-hand corner, gentlemen. Each of you are going to have 2 downtime actions. Each of these actions basically have a benefit. So there's the indulge vice, which is in the upper right-hand corner. That's how you lower your stress. You can train to gain XP. You can reduce the heat on the crew. You can recover, try to help with that harm. Or you can try to acquire an asset or do a long-term project.
And you can spend coin for an extra downtime action.
For a third downtime action. That's correct. So Eric, let's start with you. What are you going to do first? What is your stress situation?
Well, consider the fact that I am the most stressed person possible right now. I'm 1 away from max.
Okay.
I'm gonna indulge in my vice.
And what's your vice?
Stupor. And my question is, did you already describe what my stupor is?
No, I want you to. So so basically, guys, your vice is how you reduce your stress.
Here's how
So
weird he
when you're
is.
trying to unwind, when you're trying to basically reset, how do you do it? And you do it with stupor. And I'd like to know what your stupor looks like.
And stupor, correct me if I'm wrong, is like getting super wasted or drunk or
Getting
drugs.
stoned, yeah.
I think he goes back to a Taikarosi bar where they have a bunch of coffins, and he climbs into a coffin and sleeps in ectoplasm until he is high as a fucking kite. And he walks around that club. Hopefully, he doesn't overindulge and leave the club. And he speaks to all the spirits that are there.
Love it. Absolutely love it. All right. So what you're going to do, the way you indulge your vice is you find your lowest attribute. So what is
All
that?
of them. They're all 2.
All right. So pick whatever one you want.
I'm going to go with the resolve because it makes sense for what I'm doing. I remove 4.
You remove 4 stress. So drop 4 stress.
I
Brett,
think for the show's sake, I'm going to do it again.
Okay. For your second one.
I want to see if I can overindulge on this.
So how much do you have left?
4. So there's a chance
All right.
I could overindulge.
Let's roll it again.
I think he does the first day, and the second day he's still having problems with Hansel bothering him. He's trying to get rid of it, and he goes back again, and he brings Hansel with him and locks him in the coffin with him and overindulges.
Beautiful.
And there's that 6.
All right. So what this would do is if we were going to continue on, he's overindulges in his vice. So basically there's a downside. You can see that list of downsides under the overindulgence.
And I pick, correct?
Actually, I believe I pick. Or no, you're right. The player picks.
I think
What
I
would
pick.
you pick?
I think he brags to the ghost realm about his actions.
I love it. So let's add
Giving
plus
us
2
2
heat to the
heat.
crew. So you guys are now at 6 heat.
Dick.
And I don't tell the group.
And you don't tell
course
the
not.
group. I love it. Brett, what are
was
your
you.
2 downtime actions going to be?
I gotta get rid of some stress. I'm 2 from max.
All right. So let's
So,
overindulge. Let's
I'm gonna
indulge our
start
vice.
gambling. Yeah, I'm gonna start gambling.
All right. So of your 3 attributes, which categories do you have the least amount in?
Insight, I only have 1.
All right. So let's go ahead and roll insight.
Oh, look at that.
Nice. So
Not
drop 6
bad.
stress. Not bad at all. So when Stev goes gambling, what does that look like? How does that relieve
This
his
is-
stress?
It is it's 5-card draw with old men. It's
Oh
like
my
I don't gamble with young kids. There's no Texas Hold'em style. It's old men poker. And I'm the youngest guy there, and it's just me and a bunch of crotchety old fuckers.
Love it.
We smoke and we drink and we play, and it's like a week. You know, it's like you just lose track of time. You come back later, and yeah, you know.
All right, so here we go. 5-card draw.
Now you have Stev, you have a second downtime action.
Yeah, I have that long-term project I need to work on.
What?
So what is something that Stev would want to happen long term? What is
Well,
something
I'm asking you. I don't know what that clock thing does with the I owe Gracie.
Oh,
so-
that's true. You already have a long term project. That's
You should-
right. We
We haven't
already
seen clocks yet besides me getting
no, we
one. What
saw-
is
that's
it?
right. You have the 6 clock. I forgot about that.
So if
So
I
yeah,
can,
we're gonna need to
anyth-
work on that.
anything I can do I got to work this off. It ain't gonna be fun because I punched her in the face.
All right. So let's go ahead. Now, I'd be curious, what action are you going to use to try to get Grace back on better graces?
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find out she needs somebody removed. I mean, I'm gonna try to lean into what I do well. I'm like,
Okay.
she needs a message delivered, and I'm gonna beat the ever living fuck out of somebody. I'm gonna bring my ruler so I can make sure I beat them with an inch of their life, and then I'll walk away. And they're gonna
So
get a little note that says Gracie said whatever it is, and the message
Love
will
it.
be delivered. If
So it
that
sounds like
message is that, make sure they only have 8 fingers when you're done, whatever it is,
Oh, that's
custom,
great.
I'll take care of it.
So that's going to be it sounds like a skirmish to me.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Let's roll that skirmish then.
Risky standard.
Doesn't matter for this.
Okay, doesn't matter. All right.
Get this straight.
All
He
right,
is
so you got a
basically
5?
going to create more heat.
So that
Well, maybe.
I give that allows you to, that's 2 of your 6 filled up. All right.
Good.
How about our lurk?
I'm like at halfway stress. I don't know. I'm not too bad. I only
Well,
took
How many
Now-
is that?
4 out of 9.
Keep in mind that if you
If you're-
don't reduce it, you're going to go in with
Yeah.
your next score with that much stress.
What's your vice, dude? What's your vice?
Pleasure, man.
I could see you like going to a cockfight, like just watching 2 roosters just slaughter each other, or like rats just brawling, just weird, random, animalistic violence. I could see you totally just like coming back giggling.
Cat fights?
Cat fight, anything.
Cat
you
fights
know?
in a cage.
Exactly.
No, we
Or-
already
or-
no, we already said his vice was murder, wasn't it?
Yeah, I would just say if he's watching violence,
Violence.
he's watching violence.
So you're going to indulge your vice?
Fight Club. I go to Fight Club.
I love it.
Kicked out
I
of you.
volunteer to Fight Club.
Because the first rule of Fight Club.
Hey,
I
I'm
want you-
back. I'm back. Put me in.
I
I'm
want you to
ready.
hit me as hard as you can.
I
Oh
go
my
in there without
God.
like anything on my hands or anything, no protection.
Crazy.
So
little fucker.
what is your what is your least attribute, Sean? Of the 3 categories, what do you have the least
Resolve.
first shot? All right, let's go ahead and roll resolve.
Oh God.
Very nice. So go ahead and drop 5. You only had 4 stress.
I only had 4 stress.
All right, so you
Nice.
overindulged, my friend.
Yes.
So all the
Oh.
stress goes away. Which of those 4 do you want to do? Do you want to attract trouble with another engagement roll? Do you want to add 2 heat? Do you want to be out for the next score? Or do you want your purveyor of pleasure, the Fight Club, to never let you back in?
Oh. That probably out of my control. I would probably think that they would kick me out. Like
All
You
right.
just murdering people instead of having a fight club.
I probably got the
What-
shit kicked
what'll
out
I-
of me, and they're like, "Dude, we can't have you coming back all the time and getting like obliterated. You got to get a hold of yourself."
making no money.
you won't stop, and he doesn't stop. Right? He just gets fucking curb stopped. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's all you got." He just keeps fucking coming back
Yeah.
because skinny guys
Yeah.
fight till they're burgers.
Probably not
so.
great for business.
So in the house of violence, you're a little too violent.
Too crazy.
Oh God.
So what that'll mean is, before you are able to reduce to indulge your vice again in the
Mhm.
future, is you're going to have to do a long-term project in order to find a new purveyor. So basically, find a new fight club.
Oh
So
yeah.
you do have a second downtime action. Eric, where are we on heat?
How many more did he just add?
None.
Oh, we are at 6.
6. So
Coin time.
Well, no, we've got a second action still.
Oh, never mind.
So
from our
reduce the
lurk.
heat, I guess.
So how would you reduce the heat on the crew? How would you make all of the other gangs a little less interested in you, the blue coats, the cops? What would you do to reduce the heat on the crew?
Oof, I don't.
place murders on other gangs?
Yeah, framing them, planting stuff. I guess would be the way to go. That's the
Okay.
only thing
Finish the
that's coming
frame
to
of
mind.
Alan. Cause fuck that guy.
Which one?
Frame Alan more. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
The free face mask. Just frame him.
Well, who's my? Hold on, I got an enemy here. Rival dark. Who's the blue coats?
Blue coats are the
Listen,
cops.
That always goes well.
Probably don't want to deal with those guys right now. I would say just planting crap somehow.
All right. So what action you want to take, Sean? What action are you going to use to do that?
Sway, maybe.
Sway is trying to convince somebody. If you're trying to be stealthy, to drop, like to sneak in some evidence, to plant some evidence, prowl would work.
Prowl probably then. In that
All right, let's
case.
roll prowl.
All right. What pretty standard on that?
Yep.
6.
Look at you. So that is going to reduce our heat by 3. So if you don't mind taking care of that for me, Eric.
I already did it.
All right. Does anybody want to spend a coin to take another downtime?
I would like to train because don't we have a certain skill we can train in that we are more efficient at than other ones?
You do. So if you look on your character sheet, you should show it. Let's take a look here.
I am looking.
Under upgrades. So you're when you train in insight or prowess, you gain 2 XP instead of 1.
Damn. I'm just going to train and resolve then instead because I need 1 more to max out.
Great. So
I'll
you're going to pay the
spend
coin.
one of our coins.
Yep, that brings us down to 7 coin.
Yep.
And that's going to allow you to level up.
Yep.
So that'll fill up your resolve.
All right. And then
So do I mark resolve? Oh, I guess I don't, do I? Never mind.
And where are you going to take the dot in?
Attune, of course. Fuck the rest
Very
of those.
nice. Does anybody else want to take an extra downtime?
Nah, I'm good.
All right, Nick, let's go to credits. When we come back from the credits, we're going to do a quick recap and plugs.
Yay.
Just give a thumbs up on Twitter.
I see him running.
Okay. Rion.
A bad effect. I usually don't have people resist because I'm trying to make the pace moved, and I want to bury them into a stressed out extravaganza until they get their first trauma, and then I introduce that mechanic, and they're like, "Wait, we could have done this the whole time." I'm like, "Oh, sorry."
Nice.
Sean, first time playing Blades. What are your takeaways? What'd you like? What didn't you like?
I like it. It's I like it for doing heists. Like it's obviously been built for that, so it facilitates that really well. Which I'm a big fan of systems that facilitate a particular feel and tone, for the game. So yeah, it was fun. I definitely would play it again.
You would. Good.
Yep.
Now the one that we're dying to hear. The man that if he could have burned his Blades in the Dark book when it arrived, he would have. Brett, what'd you think?
Yeah, I can't burn books. Fucking hated it. This is the worst experience I've ever had.
First of all,
I couldn't
Shimmy, you
have
don't know what the fuck you're doing.
I couldn't have a worse game master. No, this was actually really interesting. The cool part here is I went into it assuming like, okay, this is built for a thing, right? And it took me a bit, I feel, to grok like how do I manipulate the things, right? So it's just different mechanics and how do I use this. So Eric did a good job. Like, okay, I'll try a flashback, and I'm like, okay, cool, dude. He's basically like he's chumming the water for me. So I'm like, okay, this is how this shit works. I figured he'd do that. Like, okay, he's chumming it, great. So I'm gonna swim in there and grab some stuff and start working with it then. And then I start like, okay, what can I do? I can do this. It's very freeform, sweet. So it actually got I'm normally not a big fan of stress mechanics because I'm like, this piece of fucking hit points. Either kill me or don't kill me.
Right.
But the cool part here is because of the resist and the other pieces and part, it fits really well here. So to Sean's point, it's doing this very, very smoothly.
Right.
So I liked it. I had a really good time. That was fun.
Excellent. Excellent.
I think
All
when
right,
this game shines is when you do like 3 games at least.
I agree.
Because then you start seeing that stress mechanic affect
Well,
everything.
I got one left, right? I've got one stress left, and I'm like, I'm gonna leave it there because I had a bigger clock to deal with. I'm like, I don't know what happens though. I don't fucking know, so I'm gonna see what happens, right?
Yep.
You should
And
tell them what that is.
But it's the
Wait,
first time. But first time I play a game like this is I'll do shit that I'm like, I don't know what this is. It's like playing a board game for me.
Yeah.
I'll try. I'm like, what does this do? Move my pog, and they're like, holy fuck, you lit the board on fire. Oh well, start over.
Now I know
don't
what
care.
happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really don't care. It's a character. I want to have fun playing it, and I'm like, there was stuff I could have done in game. Like, you know what? I could argue more advantageous something. I could have argued everybody off of Prowl because I suck at Prowl. But like, no, it's what makes sense. I'm gonna fucking go with it, even though it was suboptimal for me, which I enjoyed you letting us do. You didn't drive for what are you really good at. I leaned into that plenty, but I felt like I had good opportunities to make cool shit happen, even if it wasn't optimal character wise. That was fun.
That's cool. All right, plugs. Talk to me about gaming and BS.
What do you
John,
want to
what
know, Craig? You've
interviewed
What do
me.
you want to know? Yeah.
So gamingandbs.com. Let's see here. 340 some odd episodes of Sean and I babbling away, talking about anything and everything we can about role-playing games. It's a huge draw of time for both of us.
What's Monday's
Thanks to
topic?
what the hell is Monday's topic? Monday's topic is about breaking cosmology. This is I dropped that out there a while ago, how I like how people will take a game world and fuck with it and make it their own. And we've talked about it pieces and parts, but Jared Rasher did a really nice write-up on when he was running my Streets of Avalon setting, what he did. And there was shit in there. I'm like, I wouldn't do that. That's not how I would run Avalon. But I, put that aside and like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's
And
cool.
I heard what you're doing here, even mechanic tweaking versus what Eric was talking about. It's 2 different ways to run this game.
Yep.
And that's pretty fucking cool. Similar type of approach.
No,
Sean, Sean, jump in here, man. Tell me what else you're the guy that built the community.
I love the finding games thing. Can we talk about finding games with gaming and BS?
Yeah.
That's Sean's baby, man.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm a big fan of community, and so thanks for everybody being part of it. And so we have, if you go to gamingandbs.com/games, it'll take you to a forum post. And in the forum post, it'll explain kind of what we're doing, which is we have a spreadsheet where game masters can list games that they are willing to run for anybody. And then there's slots that you could put your name in that when you're interested in. So it's kind of driven by we'd like the players to kind of drive it, right? Like,
nice.
Ooh, Craig's running Blades in the Dark. I want to play that. I'm going to go and find 2 more people like Eric and Brett and see if they're interested. And then I'm going to go, Craig, I got the 4 people that you're looking for. Let's run. And so then the game masters can put in, the times that they prefer to run, things of that nature. So 1, it allows people to try different games, and 2, to play with different people and get to know other people in the tabletop role-playing game community. You don't even have to be a BSer or a fan of the show or listen to us, honestly.
I explained it as a convention year round. That's how I explained it.
That's great. Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, talk to me, Eric.
Boy,
plug
I stream. No, I'm just kidding. I am a professional GM. I do pay GM spots. I run Tuesdays Athontia on the first and third Tuesdays of the month at 7:30 p.m. CST. If you want to help build that show, join me the following Fridays. Both of those are over on Eric Frankhouse Presents. I am the network manager, like I said before, or broadcast manager for Norse Foundry. If you buy dice, it's those motherfuckers. We got a bunch of new dice coming out as well, and we do Fenrir Rising, which is a Cyberpunk 2077 game that is super adult. Put your kids to bed. Do not have your kids up when this is going on. And that's the second, third, and fourth Monday of the month. And the following Wednesdays, we do the same damn thing, except it's me prepping for that show. We have a new guest star every week. Our last
Nice.
guest star was a puppet.
Okay.
We had Cucumber from Perception Studios, who
Oh,
is a sailor
nice.
at heart. He's a great fan of the show. I love him. He's a good
Oh, that's
friend.
cool.
And we do that every week. We have a voice actress coming on who does all the voice stuff for Shadowrun this coming Monday. So it's just nonstop. And then
Beautiful.
for me, myself, Eric Frankhouse Presents everywhere. And I know these two schmucks, I think, from the podcast and from drinking at conventions way too much. I've over inebriated too many people.
Overindulged.
Overindulged, yes.
It's
We relieve
definitely my
stress.
fault.
We relieve stress in a fun and interesting way.
Yeah, it's definitely my fault.
Usually Frankhouse is around. There's fucking Malort. Somehow
Yes.
Malort shows up
Yes.
every.
Malort is
goddamn time.
ectoplasm in liquid form.
That's
Yes,
really funny.
I have learned that.
So a couple plugs for us. One, Tabletop Talk, the podcast. Make sure you check it out. If you didn't already follow here on Twitch, let's do that. If you're watching this on YouTube, let's go ahead and sub. Last but not least, Nick, if we can drop in the links for the Drakes, both to their Kickstarter and to their itch. They were the inspiration.
How it's pronounced? Is it itch? Is this like the Giphy argument?
Oh, I've always pronounced it as itch.
How do you say it?
I don't. I
You
go that
don't?
thing. It's Ikio. Fuck it.
Itch.io.
Itch.io.
Ichio?
You're thinking too much about it, Eric.
I do.
For the four of us, real quick, let's give a quick hand to Nick for running the stream. That was really great. Thank you, Nick.
Yes, thanks, man.
Get
The
behind him.
Nick Westbrook.
Unmute yourself and say something.
Fuck off.
Hey!
All right. And
Hi, Fred Party.
all of you that
No problem.
watched
Cool, man.
live, all of you that are watching the recording of this after, we really appreciate it. So for those of you that stuck around to the end, take care.
Thanks,
Watch out for all the
Craig.
Brett and Sean gifts.